Have you ever considered why some individuals, despite their quiet demeanor, possess such a significant influence in the chaotic and rapid modern world? We frequently find ourselves caught up in endless discussions and incessant noises, yet amidst the commotion, there are those who opt for silence, allowing their calmness to resonate like a powerful and profound melody that conveys more than mere words. Stoic philosophy, with its focus on tranquility and insight, instructs us that silence is not merely a fleeting moment, but an art form, a reflection of inner strength. Quiet individuals are not silent due to having nothing to express. Rather, they have a deep appreciation for the significance of silence and its capability to create a meaningful impact. In this video, we will delve into 10 notable traits of quiet individuals viewed through the lens of Stoic philosophy. From resilience in the face of challenges to the skill of deep listening, each characteristic offers essential lessons that help us uncover the hidden power of silence. Join us on this enlightening journey to understand that sometimes saying less is the most effective way to convey yourself and connect profoundly with the surrounding world. As always, I present a small challenge for you. Watch the video until the end if you are genuinely committed to maintaining composure in every circumstance and enhancing your personal growth. Leave a comment stating, "I accept the challenge," or simply, "Accept the challenge," to practice perseverance. Let's kick off with the first segment of today's video. Number 1. Silence creates confusion for the opponent. In Stoic philosophy, silence is not only a commendable virtue, but also an effective instrument to confound adversaries. When we choose to remain silent, we generate an information void that the opponent cannot fill. This results in confusion and uncertainty, making it challenging for them to foresee our intentions and tactics. Silence represents self-discipline and mastery, two fundamental elements of Stoic philosophy. Imagine being in a debate or negotiation where your opponent is continuously talking, attempting to overwhelm you with arguments and information. Instead of reacting right away, you decide to stay silent, listen, and observe. Your silence not only enables you to collect information, but also makes the opponent uneasy and perplexed. They start to wonder, what is he thinking? Why isn't he responding? This ambiguity undermines their arguments and self-assurance while granting you time to contemplate your next strategic move. A significant illustration of silence in action is found in the life of Jesus Christ. In numerous tense situations, Jesus opted for silence in response to accusations and inquiries. When he was presented before Pontius Pilate, Jesus did not defend himself or engage in argument, but chose to remain silent. His silence was not an indication of weakness, but a demonstration of steadfastness and inner fortitude. He understood that words at that moment would not alter the truth or his mission. In everyday situations, silence can be applied in various contexts. For instance, in the workplace, when confronted with criticism or conflict, silence aids us in avoiding hasty reactions and sustaining calm. This allows us to think carefully and make more prudent decisions. Reflect on the last time you remained silent in a tense situation. What was the result? Silence is not merely evasion, but a powerful tactic to navigate through chaos and instability in life. Epicurus, a well-known Stoic philosopher, also reminds us that we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we should listen more than we speak. Silence, in the context of Stoic philosophy, is a manifestation of wisdom, control, and inner strength. It serves as a tool to confront opponents, overcome obstacles, and lead a serene and meaningful existence. Number 2. Remove distractions. Have you ever felt ensnared in the whirlwind of noise and distractions to the extent that you lose the capacity to focus on the most vital aspects of life? In a contemporary world filled with constant noise and distractions, the ability to maintain concentration and eliminate disruptive elements has become increasingly important. As Marcus Aurelius, one of the prominent Stoic philosophers, once remarked, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Recognize this, and you will discover strength." This wisdom highlights that we can govern our minds and remove external distractions to uncover inner strength. Picture a tranquil morning. You settle down to work, and suddenly your phone rings. Notifications from social media inundate you. This interrupts your focus and diminishes your productivity. However, those who embrace Stoic philosophy recognize that focus is essential for achieving goals and living a purposeful life. They learn to eradicate distractions and concentrate on what genuinely matters and holds significance. A prime example is Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple. He is celebrated for his ability to maintain intense focus, even amidst the pressures and distractions of daily work. Tim Cook frequently begins his workday at 4:30 a.m., a peaceful period before the external world starts its noise. This enables him to attain maximum concentration and efficiently tackle the most crucial tasks. So how can you implement this principle in your daily routine? Begin by pinpointing the most significant distractions and identifying ways to eliminate them. You might disable notifications on your phone, establish a quiet workspace, or plan work during periods when you are least likely to be interrupted. By doing so, you will witness an increase in productivity and experience a sense of tranquility. As Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, once said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." Removing distractions not only enhances our efficiency, but also allows us to lead a fuller and more meaningful existence. Are you ready to eliminate distractions from your life and discover focus? Start today and feel the transformation. Number 3. Silence draws attention. Silence is a powerful force that should not be underestimated. In Stoic philosophy, silence is not simply the absence of words, but a demonstration of self-control and profound understanding. When we opt for silence, it does not indicate weakness or cowardice. Rather, it is a deliberate choice, a strategy to capture attention and make each of our words hold more weight. Marcus Aurelius, one of the esteemed Stoic philosophers, reminded us of the significance of silence in listening and comprehension, asserting that when we say less, our words carry greater significance. In daily life, have you ever observed that individuals who speak less often garner more attention? When someone remains silent, we frequently ponder, what is this individual thinking? What insights do they possess that we lack? Their silence creates a void, a space filled with curiosity that those around them are eager to fill. This holds true not only in personal exchanges, but also in areas like business and leadership. Astute leaders often utilize silence as a tool to encourage others to reflect and discover solutions independently rather than imposing their opinions. Consider Jesus Christ, who skillfully employed silence both subtly and powerfully. In the Gospels, there are instances where he opted for silence rather than reaction, and it was this very silence that underscored his spiritual strength and comprehension. When confronting adversaries or undergoing interrogation, Jesus frequently remained silent, not because he had nothing to communicate, but because he recognized that words alone could not fully express his truth. His silence became a more potent testament than any words could have achieved. Silence is not an indication of weakness, but a display of inner strength and assurance. Are you prepared to challenge yourself to embrace silence more frequently in intense situations? Are you willing to let your silence guide and create influence in this noisy world? Silence could very well be the key to standing out and becoming more trustworthy. Next, let's proceed to secret number 4 in our exploration of the traits of quiet individuals. But prior to that, I have a query for you. Have you ever experienced the unseen power of silence in this noisy and chaotic environment? Silence is not a sign of weakness or avoidance. Rather, it is the true source of strength. In Stoic philosophy, silence is not merely about maintaining quietness in the face of conflict. It is the skill of nurturing inner strength, a type of power that remains unshaken by life's storms. Number 4. Silence cultivates strength. When we select silence, we are committing our energy entirely to what genuinely matters, rather than allowing it to dissipate in meaningless words or unproductive arguments. In those moments of silence, we cultivate self-control, how to maintain our inner peace amid life's tempests. Take a moment to contemplate the remarkable examples of Mahatma Gandhi and Nelson Mandela. Both lived during times of overwhelming injustice and oppression. They faced seemingly insurmountable powers, yet instead of resorting to violence or reacting with fiery rhetoric, they opted for an invisible but immensely powerful weapon: silence. Mahatma Gandhi, the pioneer of the non-violent resistance movement in India, utilized silence as an expression of patience and determination while his country was under British colonial rule. Gandhi led millions of Indians in a campaign of non-cooperation, not through weapons or shouting slogans, but through silence and civil disobedience. When he and his supporters were imprisoned, they did not respond with fury. Instead, they chose silence, using stillness to showcase their resolve, sending a message that true strength does not arise from loud speech, but from knowing when to remain silent and act at the right moment. Nelson Mandela, the anti-apartheid leader in South Africa, serves as another prime example. He spent 27 years imprisoned on Robben Island. During those bleak years, Mandela was not permitted to communicate with the outside world. He could not voice his protests or defend himself, yet in his silence, he fostered patience and forgiveness. Mandela transformed those years of captivity into a period of building inner strength, so that when he was released, he emerged not only as a victor in the battle against apartheid, but also as a symbol of reconciliation and unity. Both Gandhi and Mandela illustrated that silence is not a weakness, but a powerful demonstration of determination, patience, and wisdom. They employed silence to gather strength, reflect, and grow, ultimately overcoming challenges that others might have deemed insurmountable. Their silence was not merely a form of resistance, but a powerful message that in stillness we can discover the strength to confront any challenge life presents. Allow silence to guide you through challenges, just as it has aided so many before you in overcoming their most difficult moments. So, in your own journey, are you prepared to embrace silence to nurture your inner strength? If so, leave a comment saying, "Practice silence," to demonstrate your commitment to change. And let's discuss how we can apply Stoic philosophy to create a more beautiful life. Remember, in every challenge, there lies an opportunity for those who know how to seize it. Number 5. Liberation from pride or arrogance. Have you ever sensed the burden of pride within your soul? For a follower of Stoic philosophy, liberating oneself from arrogance or pride is not simply a task. It is a pathway to serenity and a genuine understanding of oneself and the world. Pride, in any form, acts as an invisible net that restrains us, distancing us from wisdom and inner peace. Indeed, pride is one of the most significant barriers to the freedom of the soul. When we are engulfed in self-satisfaction, we lose the ability to perceive ourselves honestly, which in turn hampers our capacity to learn and evolve. Pride isolates us, constructing a false reality where everything revolves around us. This not only harms us, but also those around us. Jesus, who delivered a message of love and humility, taught us that whoever elevates himself will be humbled, and whoever humbles himself will be exalted. When we examine his life, we observe a brilliant illustration of absolute humility. Although he was the Son of God, he never displayed arrogance or haste. Instead, he opted for the route of humility, serving others and placing their needs above his own. This humility did not render him weak. On the contrary, it was the source of the immense strength that enabled him to fulfill his mission. In contemporary life, numerous examples exist of great individuals who have triumphed over themselves by relinquishing pride. Consider the Dalai Lama, who consistently exemplifies compassion and humility, even while living in exile from his homeland. These individuals, by humbling themselves and letting go of their egos, have become sources of inspiration for millions. So, in your daily life, are you ready to shed pride, to discover true freedom and peace? Can you recognize that humility is not a sign of weakness, but a mark of inner strength and maturity? We have reached the midpoint of today's lesson. Your presence serves as a tremendous encouragement to us in our quest to share the true values of Stoic philosophy with more individuals. So please like and share this video to disseminate these lessons to your family and friends, or leave a comment saying, "I cherish my life," if you are prepared for the next 5 lessons on this journey. Number 6. Silence in negotiations. You always have the option of remaining neutral. There is never any need to become agitated or let your soul be troubled by matters beyond your control, as Marcus Aurelius stated. Have you ever found yourself at a negotiation table and sensed the unspoken power of silence? In Stoic philosophy, silence transcends mere quietness. It is a potent tool in the art of negotiation. When you opt for silence during a negotiation, you exhibit mental discipline, patience, and confidence. In negotiations, the first person to speak often relinquishes control. When you choose to stay silent, you create space for the other party to divulge more, revealing their thoughts, concerns, and sometimes even their vulnerabilities. Silence is not a passive state. It is a powerful strategy. It allows you to observe more keenly, evaluate the situation more clearly, and make more rational choices. In the realm of business, accomplished negotiators often employ silence to place the other party in a position where they feel compelled to make concessions. A prime example is Warren Buffett, one of the most celebrated investors of all time. He is renowned for his ability to remain silent and listen during negotiations, a skill that has empowered him to secure the most advantageous deals. Jesus, during pivotal moments, also utilized silence as a means of maintaining control over the situation. When standing before Pilate, he chose to remain silent in the face of accusations. That silence was not a sign of weakness, but a manifestation of calm confidence and understanding. Jesus recognized that sometimes silence can communicate more than words ever could. Join the conversation in our comments section. When you are seated at the negotiation table, can you resist the impulse to speak and instead opt for silence? Can you harness silence to listen more attentively, understand more completely, and make more informed decisions? We would love to hear your story. Number 7. Kind and thoughtful consideration for others. When we opt for silence in a situation, it is not because we lack something to say, but rather because we are sincerely listening, honoring the emotions and thoughts of the person before us. There's a well-known proverb that states, "Silence is one of the great arts of conversation." This wisdom underscores that silence is not merely a method of listening, but also a means to demonstrate respect for others. Consider the moments you have spent with a friend who is experiencing hardship. Words might not be required. In fact, they could potentially inflict more pain. Yet silence, steadfast and sincere, may be the greatest gift you can offer in that moment. Your silence conveys, "I'm here with you, I understand, and I respect your feelings." Throughout his life, Jesus often chose silence to express compassion and respect for those he cared about. When faced with accusers or interrogators, he did not rush to respond or argue. His silence was not an indication of weakness, but a reflection of boundless compassion and a profound understanding that sometimes silence is the most appropriate way to convey love and respect. In modern life, we can glean valuable lessons from this. When a friend or colleague needs to share, take the time to listen instead of hurrying to dispense advice. Allow your silence to signify respect, demonstrating that you genuinely care about their experiences. The fewer words you utter, the more space you provide for them to articulate their feelings and thoughts sincerely. Silence, when utilized appropriately, is not simply an expression of kindness. It is also a powerful demonstration of compassion and consideration. Have you ever taken a moment to truly listen to someone, not just with your ears but with your heart and soul? The skill of deep listening is rare in this noisy and hurried world, and it is one of the most essential qualities that Stoic philosophy consistently advocates. Deep listening is not merely about hearing words, it involves comprehending and sensing the meanings concealed beneath them. It is about grasping the essence of a person, fostering trust, and nurturing genuine connections. Number 8. The skill of deep listening. The esteemed Stoic philosopher Epictetus emphasized that listening more is a vital component of cultivating wisdom and compassion. When we engage in deep listening, we not only learn from others, but also achieve a clearer understanding of ourselves. This practice cultivates inner peace and fosters genuine, lasting relationships. In contemporary life, mastering the art of deep listening can yield remarkable positive changes. Consider extraordinary leaders such as Abraham Lincoln, who understood how to listen to his constituents, empathize with their struggles and aspirations, and make judicious decisions. Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, faced a nation deeply fractured by the Civil War. During this tumultuous period, Lincoln did not merely listen to the noise or opinions of those around him. He genuinely listened to the suffering of an entire nation. He heard the pleas for freedom from oppressed slaves, and also listened to the apprehensions of Southerners concerned about losing their way of life. Through this listening, Lincoln acquired a profound understanding of the social conflicts and made pivotal decisions, such as the Emancipation Proclamation, which not only preserved the nation from division, but also guided it toward a more just future. It was his ability to listen that allowed Lincoln to become a symbol of unity and compassion. So, what lessons can we draw from these examples? The art of deep listening transcends receiving information. It encompasses understanding the emotions, pain, and hopes of others. It serves as the foundation for building trust, fostering unity, and making wise choices in your own life. Have you truly listened to those around you? Are you willing to open your heart to better comprehend those in your vicinity, thereby creating positive change in your life and community? Number 9. The practice of reflective. Wisdom. Have you ever dedicated time to genuinely reflect on yourself, to contemplate your actions and decisions? The practice of intellectual reflection, a fundamental principle of Stoic philosophy, involves allocating time for self-examination, assessing past actions, and developing a deeper understanding of oneself and the world. In Stoic philosophy, reflection is not just about looking back. It is a journey towards self-improvement. Always remember to examine your conscience daily. reflect on your actions. Ask yourself if you have lived up to your ideals, and if not, resolve to correct it starting today. It is during these moments of introspection that we gain clarity regarding our decisions and discover the peace and wisdom necessary to confront the future. In modern life, the practice of intellectual reflection remains critical. Consider successful entrepreneurs like Bill Gates, who has revealed that he sets aside a think week each year to step back from his daily tasks, evaluate what has been accomplished and what hasn't, and chart a new path forward. This practice of reflection has not only sustained his success, but also enabled him to evolve and innovate in the ever-changing landscape of technology. This leads us to ask, have you been dedicating enough time each day to reflect on yourself? Do you appreciate the significance of looking back and questioning whether you have lived according to your ideals? By practicing the art of intellectual reflection, we not only grow as individuals, but also uncover a path to peace, wisdom, and a more fulfilling life. Number 10. Resilience in the face of adversity. Adversity is a natural aspect of life, and from it we can discover the strength to overcome any difficulty. It is during the darkest moments that individuals truly uncover their extraordinary capabilities. Imagine a mighty oak tree standing tall amid a storm. The oak does not shy away from the fierce winds. Rather, it is precisely those harsh gales that compel its roots to dig deeper into the earth, making it stronger than ever. Similarly, every time we encounter adversity, we are challenged to find and nurture the hidden strength within ourselves. In modern life, we also witness countless instances of remarkable resilience. Viktor Frankl serves as a vivid example of the extraordinary capacity for recovery when faced with the harshest adversities. As an Austrian neurologist and psychiatrist of Jewish descent, Frankl endured the horrific years in Nazi concentration camps, where life and death were separated by the thinnest margins. There, he witnessed and experienced the depths of sorrow as his loved ones were murdered, and he himself was subjected to brutal living conditions, stripped of freedom and dignity. What is remarkable about Frankl is not only that he survived those nightmarish years, but how he transformed his suffering and loss into a source of spiritual strength. Instead of allowing bitterness and despair to consume him, Frankl chose to seek meaning within those horrific experiences. He realized that even in the most extreme conditions, individuals still possess the freedom to choose their attitude. This realization laid the groundwork for the philosophy of logotherapy that he later developed. Can you view adversity not merely as an obstacle, but as an opportunity for growth and development? Allow the challenges in life to become a source of strength, empowering you to rise stronger and more resilient than ever before. When we reflect upon the characteristics of quiet individuals, we do not merely observe their external silence, we also recognize a profound inner strength. In Stoic philosophy, silence is not simply about remaining quiet amidst the clamor of life. It is a manifestation of a steadfast soul and a resilient spirit when confronted with challenges. Those who choose to speak less do so not because they lack words, but because they recognize that true strength comes from knowing how to listen, reflect, and uphold what is genuinely important. Silence is an art that directs us toward a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world surrounding us. It assists us in eliminating distractions, concentrating on our greater goals, and constructing a solid inner foundation. In the hustle and bustle of contemporary life, where words often overshadow thought, silence emerges as a powerful weapon, a symbol of confidence and wisdom. If you found this video valuable, please don't forget to click the like button to support the channel. Share your thoughts in the comments. Share the video with friends and family to promote the positive values of Stoic philosophy together. And remember to subscribe to the channel, Diksha Stoic, so you don't miss out on future videos about Stoic living and personal development. You will dictate where you wish to go. If you find this video beneficial, don't forget to hit the like button to support the channel. Leave a comment with your reflections, share the video with your friends and family, and together, let's disseminate the invaluable teachings of Stoic philosophy. And be sure to subscribe to the channel, Diksha Stoic, to stay updated on future videos about Stoic living and self-development.